Pablo,
Lyonel, what's going on, dude?
what's up, buddy?
How are you, man? How's your summer been?
Not bad. Just doing the deal. Trying to
Yeah,
do some riding and trying to keep my head above water.
I can imagine. I know this time of year for you is so extremely busy and leading up to Sturgis, which is a massive thing with Law Tiger. So tell me a little bit more about the bike. Last time you and I saw each other was at the Donnie Smith Bike Show. You were showing me a lot
Yep.
of amazing pictures on your phone of the potential of where the bike was going to go. Catch me up.
So I got to tell you, so you'll see behind me, it's just a beautiful Utah. I just got done putting down 250 miles of shakedown miles on the bike.
Wow. Right on. Right
the
on.
bike is done. Like
Cool.
we're ready to go.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm actually hitting the road this Saturday on a charity ride with Bikers Against Bullies, Bikers Against Bullies USA, and we're doing a cross country ride starting in Colorado, heading all the way to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally to raise money against everything that is all about bullying, to teach children about not bullying and all of that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I'm getting the shakedown miles done now. So that's why I'm not showing you the bike, because you got to live on pins and needles. You'll see it soon. As soon as I get to the rally, I'm holding it back. But I literally was like, I had some free time today. I need to put down some more miles on the bike.
Totally.
She rides like a champ. I'm absolutely loving it. So it's going good. We did it. It was a year in the making.
Yes.
It was just over a year ago. I found this motorcycle in my grandfather's barn. And the goal was to put it back on the barn, back on the road. And we've done it. It went from one little simple step to the crazy, wild extreme. And we've accomplished it. And I don't know how, but I am headed my way to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally very soon.
That's very cool. And I know you worked with a lot of great master bike builders and friends. Tell me did you cherry pick that a little bit? I mean, was it just guys already that you were chatting it up with them too? And they're like, hey man, I'm here for you if you need some advice. How did that come to be? And how did you pick these guys to work with?
Well, so of course, with the Law Tigers, we only work in the motorcycle industry. So of course, I've got some great friends, some good contacts, and one heard about it, the other heard about it. And some of it was, like you said, just sitting around having some drinks, talking about it. Next thing you know, it was begging for help.
Sure.
A couple others, guys heard about it and reached out and said, hey, I want to support you in this. I want to be a part of it. What do you need?
Yeah.
And so, I'm not going to look a gifting horse in the mouth. So I took advantage where advantage came and we got it done. But yeah, I mean, some of the builders like Jason Mook at Deadwood Customs helped me with final assembly and the motor rebuild. Sure. Rick Bray at RKB Customs, he actually came out to my place and helped me with the mock-up to make sure it was right. But not only that, we built a one of one custom set of wheels for this bike.
Yeah.
Lead Sled Customs, Pat over there. I mean, you've seen all this stuff. I mean, we made a fender, we made a front end. Burt Baker taught me how to build a Baker primary. So Baker transmission. So I've got that on the bike. So it's all of this kind of stuff. Ryan Gore at Paper Street Customs, going to see him on Saturday at the ride. He helped me with my forward controls. He helped me with my motor mount. So everything like that, everybody just kind of came together. And that's what is cool about the motorcycle industry.
Oh, for sure.
It's not just, hey, yeah, you ride a motorcycle, but we're so in tune and entwined with each other where these guys wanted to help because they wanted to share their knowledge. Totally. It wasn't because they owed me a favor.
No, it's a brotherhood, sisterhood. You're right. It's awesome. It's a family. You're right.
And that's where I'm excited. I've got this bike that's been built with all these guys helping me, and I'm going to ride it to my family reunion. That's the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, where all my brothers and sisters will be there.
That's cool.
But somebody told me that our cousin Pablo can't make it this year. So, there's that little disappointment going on.
I know, dude. Bums me out, but next year we'll put that out there.
That's why we do this, is getting together and supporting each other.
So tell me, I know this was a challenge. I know it was a difficult thing, and you're a busy person, but what was the most difficult thing about putting that Barnyard Bike together? What was it? The one thing?
The one thing was actually being able for me to see the final result.
Okay.
So it's really easy to get into one element. Like, for example, like modifying the frame. Like, I had a heck of a good time modifying the frame, but then also being able to have the foresight to think, is what I'm doing now going to affect me at final assembly? And so a lot of that ended up biting me in the long run, where it's like, okay, I wanted to do this and I fell in love with the concept and idea, but it's not a logical idea. And so I had to take 2 steps forward and take 22 steps backwards half the time is how I felt.
Of course.
But, so that was hard as a first time building a bike. Of course, I'm not a builder, never will claim that. But as building a bike for the first time, to be able to have the vision of, okay, knowing to do this and that, But then also there's a lot of things that we forget that are even on our motorcycles. When you go pick up a bike from the dealership,
Yeah.
you completely forget about all of the electrical.
Sure.
You forget about this, that, and the other. And then it's, oh, wait, I do have to put that in. Where am I going to hide that circuit breaker? And this is a very stripped down, naked bike. It's like, well, where do I hide that wire? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Or
right. You got to figure it out. You got
I want the clutch cable to go here. And then you think it through. It's like, well, it's not smart to have the clutch cable below the frame. So now you got to intertwine it up through the frame. It's like, well, I didn't plan for that. So it was probably the hardest part to answer your question would be just having that foresight of every little piece you do. What you do now is going to affect you later.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a fender mount pop off my bike a couple of weeks ago. I was just rolling down the road, and also I heard something sounded like a rock cling off my bike. I'm like, oh no, that sucks. I'll deal with this when I get home. It's my fender mount just disappeared, just took off, and you got to deal with stuff like that all the time. Have you had any problems with the bike so far? Has it just been smooth sailing since it's
no, there's problems. Are you crazy? No, there's been problems. Every step of the way, I've got problems. I have gone through more parts. I have a pile of parts here of like my mistakes. I call them screw ups. But I could probably build another bike just off of screw ups. I'll give you a spoiler alert. One of those is 3 clutch cables. Yep, I've gone through 3 clutch cables. And I'm telling you, we haven't put the bike doesn't have 1,000 miles on it yet.
Oh, wow.
And that's including dyno miles. That's including sitting on the dyno for tuning and prepping and shakedowns.
Yeah.
No, I've gone through 3 clutch cables. Most riders don't go through 3 clutches on a bike.
Yeah.
And here I've done it on 1 already.
Wow, man. You know, I am excited to see those wheels. You saw, well, I got to see the beginning stages of what they were going to be. The potential looked amazing. So I'm pretty excited to see this. Those turn out the way you wanted them to.
Yeah. I mean, it really came out to be something great. And I'm cool. Amped to get to take this with the Bikers Against Bullies guys. Going to take it again, like I said, to the rally. And to get to be at the rally is something that's amazing. You know, we as the Law Tigers go to the rally because it is that reunion. It's perfect. It's all of us riders from around the country. We want to be there and support. We want everyone to understand that we live the same lifestyle. You lost a fender bracket. I've been there, done that. I had to build 3 fender brackets for this bike because the first 2 were bad. So we know what it's like. And that's why we do what we do as Law Tigers. We want to support riders. We want to be there to guide and help where, heaven forbid, if you've been involved in an accident, don't ever call your insurance. No. Call us. That's all we do. It's all we focus on is motorcycles. I just built one myself, so we have a little bit of credibility there. Not that I know what I'm doing. And trust me, Pablo, I'm not even going to let you ride the bike when I see it because I don't know how much I trust it yet. I'll threaten my life, but I won't threaten Pablo's life.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. So tell me a little bit, how did you get involved with Bikers Against Bullies? Because that cause is insanely cool. How did that come to be for you?
So for us, the Law Tigers, we pride ourselves in being a resource to the industry, supporting anybody and everybody. If it's something that's important to riders, it's going to be important to us. And so I had a great opportunity of meeting the founder. His name's Flash, great man. And he really struck an accord with me. I'm a father. I've got 3 young boys. And I see what bullying can do to somebody. I've seen, you know, the national reports and the statistics and all of that. But what's cool is they're just normal people that want to get together, raise funds. They actually do assemblies at schools where they take their custom motorcycles into the schools to show kids, look, it doesn't matter what you're into, but this is what you've got to be a part of. And you have to understand that it's okay to be who you are and how you are, because, you know, society will tell you us as motorcycle riders, we might be those crazy guys that are causing havoc and destroying property or whatever it is that Hollywood wants to portray us as, but that's not how we are. No. And so I've came to know these guys at Bikers Against Bullies. I love them. I'm honored to get an invitation to get to ride with them, to raise funds. We're nearly raised $100,000 for this ride already. So and cool. We haven't even hit the road yet. And so that's very excited to see that. And then I'm excited to see where the funds go after the rally, to see where they're going to deploy this money they've raised to benefit children.
Yeah, that's awesome. I can imagine to educate others, you know, that bullying and the effects that it can have on a kid, you know, it's heavy. You know, so it's cool that you're a part of something that can maybe help educate and maybe slow that thing down to, if anything, stop. You know, that would be a fantastic thing, you know.
We all get to do our own selves and be what we want to be, and nobody gets to tell us otherwise.
Yeah, love it. So you're on your way, obviously, to Sturgis. Tell me about some of the stuff that's happening live in Sturgis when you finally get there.
Oh, man, it's the 83rd annual. It is going to be, I hate to use this term because it's not me, but it's going to be off the hook. It is going to be amazing. A couple of things that I'm excited about is this year, of course, we have the Sturgis Hall of Fame ceremony. It's
Okay.
on my bucket list every single year. I like to be there and support the Hall of Fame, see who's being inducted. There's another event that I'm really excited about that is the Baker Drags. So Baker Drivetrain put this on a number of years ago, and it is a free event. Run what you brung on a drag strip.
Okay.
So no egos, just show up, put your bike on the line and run it. You're not really competing against the guy in the lane next to you. It's more competing against your times.
Sure.
They're running the clocks. You're getting your time receipts, everything to see, what your response time is, the Christmas tree runs, the whole 9 yards. So that's always a good time to be there. And of course the music. I don't want to, a lot of people get hung up on the music, but that's not what the rally's about, but it's a nice little appetizer for me.
Absolutely.
The thing I'm most excited about is taking this new Barnyard bike and carving up the Black Hills. I mean, my favorite road in Sturgis is Van Knocker Canyon. A lot of people think that's hokey because it's just right there out of Sturgis. But I love taking Van Knocker Canyon straight up, having lunch at Pasta Corral, hitting Nemo and looping back around and coming back to Sturgis.
This is a man who knows Sturgis right here, people.
Oh yeah, listen. Shout out to Pasta Corral because the guy that owns it is named Dorito. Like I know the guy personally.
I love it.
So
I love it.
That's my favorite thing. That's what I'm looking forward to the most this year is actually taking this bike, putting some miles down on it, and enjoying everything that's motorcycle.
Yeah,
I'm always surprised about what's there. I've made a commitment this year. We're going to do some Facebook Live videos. So I'm going to do a minimum of 1 to 2 Facebook Live videos every single day. So if you follow us on Law Tigers on Facebook, make sure you go there, hit the notification so you'll see when we go live. And I'm going to bring the rally to guys like you, Pablo, or anybody else who couldn't make the rally this year because Boss Man said no.
Right.
You can come with me. We'll go see a concert at night. I'll show you, a good part of the concert. We'll go see bike shows, everything like that I think you'd like to see. We'll bring it to you on the Law Tigers Facebook page.
Awesome, man. That's really cool. That's a great idea. So where can people find you when you guys are out there? You got a specific location,
Yep. If we're there, we have the easiest location to find us. We are at the corner of Main Street and Junction at the Sturgis Motorcycle Museum and Hall of Fame.
Perfect, brother. Have so much fun out there, man.
What's cool about it, I just landed this deal. The Sturgis Motorcycle Museum just gave me the approval. We are bringing 5 museum quality motorcycles out of the museum and putting it on the street. So it's like a free taste test to see what the museum's like as you walk down the street. So super amped about that. They didn't tell me what the models are going to be yet, but very excited to see that. So you can't miss us.
That's how the people at Law Tigers do, man. You guys always impress. So I'm so glad to be a part of the family, dude. Have a great time out there at Sturgis, my friend. I will be following along on Facebook Live, checking in on all the cool stuff that you're doing. Enjoy that ride with the Barnyard Bike, man, and keep that rubber side down. Have a blast. And I'll catch up with you really soon, dude.
All right, man. Hey, mark the calendar. August 2024. Tell Boss Man you're out. You're not working. You're at the rally.
You got it, my friend. I will be there with you. All right, dude.
Okay, man. Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Yeah, bye.
Perfect, dude. That's perfect. All right, dude. Perfect. I got it. They'll cut her right there and put this together. We'll get up on the website for sure. Have a blast out there. I truly mean that, my friend. I know you've been out there a billion times, but try to enjoy yourself a little bit.
What's funny, I was just there this weekend.
Oh, really? Didn't you told me that you're like always there for like almost 2 weeks before the damn thing even kicks off, aren't you? Usually.
Yeah, well, I was there with a buddy of mine. His shop, Deadwood Custom Cycles, was helping me with final assembly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so he's got a dyno and everything. So we did the final assembly and threw it on the dyno and did the heat cycles and everything. And then I loaded it back up and came back. I literally got back yesterday morning at 3 a.m.
Wow. Are you sweating anything? Are you sweating like you're going to be good, right? There's going to be no issues, or what are you thinking?
I don't know. I think I hope we'll be all right, but we'll see.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, dude, I'll let you run. I'm sure you're busy and stuff. It's great to see you. And I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, dude. Be well. Bye.
Be good. Bye.